The Manuscript of Survival, Part 365. October 26, 2013. As you have perhaps already seen, things have definitely picked up speed now, and as such, the days and weeks ahead will be more than eventful for you all. Again, you will be all set to expect a certain chain of events to take place, but please remember this plan is carefully planned, and even if you should have some prior knowledge of it, you do not have all the details, and as such, a human mind is not even capable of picturing it all in full and glorious detail. For you have been well groomed for this, but still there is much that is kept hidden from view, and so we caution you to expect the unexpected. For what you are about to witness will not be like anything you are expecting to observe, and as such, we caution you to throw any previous knowledge to the wind and start afresh with a blank slate, as it were, when it comes to expectation. Things will be set into motion now that will take many by surprise, and as usual, there is so much more to this than what will be visible on the surface. For remember, you have all been set up with a brand new way of seeing things by now, and as such, what you will perceive from these upcoming events will vary much from what your next-door neighbor will take out of it. For again we say expect the unexpected, and expect to become more than a little bit overwhelmed by what you sense will be happening beyond the scope of human perception. For what you see will be very different from what will take place in front of your eyes, and when we say this, it is indeed to remind you all to see beyond the obvious, and take in the reality that hides behind this veil of illusion that is currently being laid out before you all. For now, you are all more than capable of seeing past this illusion, and again, we refer to your abilities to connect with these currents that go far, far deeper than the mere illusion on the surface of things. We know we speak in convoluted terms as usual, but it is indeed imperative that you all start to go beyond the words and the images that you are being presented as face value, and start to tap into that vast source of information that lies beyond that. For there is where the truth resides, and you are more than welcome to see this truth for yourself now. Indeed, you are all required to do so, as otherwise, you might get stuck in all of the machinations that the old illusion will engender in order to once again divert your intention from these deep layers of reality that is obscured by the hue and cry that will soon ensue from those old guardians of this self-same illusion. For remember, you have been taught to look the other way whenever a piece of information that will rip asunder this curtain of disillusion may come across the horizon. But this time, those of you who have managed to fully open your hearts to this truth will be more than ready to finally start to see these glimmers of truth for what they really are. For they are no longer able to be dismissed as mere folly, wishful thinking, or even proofs of delusion. No, now these snippets of source that will be made available to you will speak the truth to humanity for the very first time, and so we urge you to open yourselves and start to tune into this brand new channel of information that is about to be opened. And you are more than welcome to be the first ones to report exactly what it is that you can pick up from these new broadcasts that will start to come your way. For remember, you are all more than capable of not only tuning into these brand new levels of vibrational information, you will also be asked to share just what it is you are picking up from them. For the information that will be sent through is of such a magnitude and scope it takes more than one brave heart to take it all in, and so, you will once again discover the underlying factor that this is indeed for all intents and purposes a vast collective event, and this time, you are the ones that will be asked to not only participate, but also to give your voice to this choir and make it sing out loud and clear all across your world. For you will hear and you will see and you will sense, and so we ask you not to keep any of it quiet, but please make sure that someone else will be brought in on this secret in any way you can. For this is no longer to be a secret, this is all meant to become common knowledge, and as such, the first steps you need to take is to let go of any inhibitions you might have as to what your role in all of this should be. For you are all here to observe, and through that you create, but you are also here to report what you observe, whether it will be through your human senses or whether it will be through any of the more far-ranging ones. So again we say, sit up and take notice of all the things that will start to come into your sphere of influence these upcoming days and nights, and know that no detail is unimportant. So take notes, and take heed, and make sure that what you see will not go unreported. And remember, this exchange of information can also be carried out in all sorts of ways, so we do not ask you to step up on a box on the street corner like a preacher and shout it out. No, you will all find a way to divulge these secrets that are not to be secrets anymore. For this time, the cat will be well and truly let out of the bag, or perhaps we should say box, and now there is no way it can be enticed back in again. For the old illusion is about to come apart at the seams, and your willingness to be the witness, the observer, is what will make it all come about. For as you start to see the changes, you will also speed the whole process up, and as such, you are the ones that will make it all come about. So again we say on behalf of all of creation, thank you for all that you are and all that you do, and know that without you, there would be no change, at least, not for the better. But with you, nothing will ever be the same, and the one thing that can be assured, is that this time, the light is shining the way for you all to exit this small, claustrophobic, dark box that has been your only place of abode. But not anymore, as this time, not only the lid but every single wall will be removed in such a way no traces of it will be left. And so we say, go out and shine, dear ones, and start to see these changes, and know that the more you look, the more you will find, and through that, even more change will be created at an even faster rate. The Constant Companions. Channeled by Asia North. asianorth.wordpress.com